I will put whatever the hell needs to be put down on that bet.
So Ant says, it will definitely be a Chiefs versus Ravens AFC Championship game. Let me ask you this, Hafi. You as a Patriots fan, do you want to see anything besides the Chiefs and the Ravens in the AFC Championship, best versus best, the ultimate AFC Championship game? Because, I mean, do we really want to see, I don't know, the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans or the Chiefs taking on the Texans in the AFC Championship game? Like, I don't think we want to see that. I think we want to see the Ravens versus Chiefs, right?
Yeah, and I could understand possibly seeing, the Bills in there. I'm more so, I like the Bills of old better as far as what, the last couple years when they were, on the cusp of something special. This year, I think that they feel a little privileged. I'm not a fan of just how Stephon Diggs has really handled himself, and we're not in behind closed doors, but it seems as if he's kind of been a cancer. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Buffalo Bills. I think it would be awesome to see a Cinderella story like the Texans, but I think if the Texans get to the AFC Championship, it's going to be ugly. Or if they get to the Super Bowl, now you're playing a team like, at this point, it's looking like either the San Francisco 49ers or the Lions, and I think that could be. I want to see a solid Super Bowl, and I think in order to see a solid Super Bowl, it's got to be Chiefs, Ravens, or it's got to, and like the 49ers, Lions. I think you need one of those two AFC teams in the Chiefs or the Ravens to have a competitive Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would love to see a Chiefs versus Lions Super Bowl so the Chiefs can get revenge on that first loss, and all those Lions fans talking all that shit all weekend. But John says Chiefs better pray both of the other AFC quarterbacks have been outperforming Patrick Mahomes. So I think what you're trying to say, John, is that Patrick Mahomes has not been playing up to his standards, right? We are used to seeing Patrick Mahomes be a 5,000-yard passer, 40 touchdowns year after year after year. We have become accustomed to that. Now, to say that the other AFC quarterbacks have been outperforming him, yes, Josh Allen has had a great 6-week stretch. Lamar Jackson has had a pretty damn good overall season. But if you want to go stat for stat-wise, Patrick Mahomes has better stats than Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes might be neck and neck. I did not look at their passing yards, but Josh Allen does have more rushing yards than Patrick Mahomes. But to say that they've been outperforming him, like, we are talking down to Patrick Mahomes just because we're not used to seeing his 5,000, or he didn't get the 5,000 yards this season. We didn't see this. So that's why you guys think that Patrick Mahomes is having such a down year. He just haven't. Go ahead.
He still threw for 262 yards in like negative 30 freaking degrees this Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, what did Tua end up with? I mean, provided that, yes, he's Samoan and he doesn't, perform in weather under 45 degrees, but still to go out there and throw for 262 yards in that weather, the wind, the cold. I mean, that ball's hard as a rock. Nobody wants to be catching that ball.
Rashid Rice does. Give him all that smoke, right? Ant says the Chiefs have Mahomes, and that defense is the best it's been since Mahomes has been there. Chiefs defense Absolutely. Is very, very well right now. And playoff
They
Chris
held the
Jones
number one
here.
offense to 7 points.
Yeah. And that 7 points was that the first drive of the game? Can't remember. It was very early in the game.
It was the first or second one, yeah. And I think it was Hill that got the touchdown.
Yeah. And then Tyreek Hill got slammed down by Jadarius Sneed on the like on the line wins Tyreek Hill for the rest of that game. Caroline says Taylor Swift was a great this week and she was a whole vibe. Listen, I love me some Tay Tay.
She looked like she was making a music video. Music video sitting in that booth with the frost on the windows.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That pretty red lipstick. She was looking good.
Carson says nobody wants that Josh Allen smoke. Correct. Josh Allen is playing at a very elite level right now. Very super or MVP level right now. The downfall for the Buffalo Bills is Stephon Diggs. I've said it many times. I'm sticking to it. Stephon Diggs is going to be the reason why the Bills lose or win in the playoffs, whatever game that they decide to play. Is Ant?
I agree. And, unfortunately, I think in order for the Buffalo Bills to win, Josh Allen has to do Josh Allen things. And I think it's going to be tough for Josh Allen, especially when you got time to game plan. It's going to be tough for Josh Allen to go ahead and put four games together of just unbelievable. Someone's going to find a way to negate his skill set in one of those 4 games. So it's going to be tough for Bills Mafia to go on a run, I think, especially when they've done it the past 7 weeks.
Right.
We saw it with the 49ers. We saw it with the Cowboys. There is always a blip in the road at some point, and there will be one game where Josh Allen is going to have, a crucial turnover or just not do Josh Allen, spectacular things. And I don't think that roster can make up for it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's very hard to win 7, let alone 8, 9, 10 games in a row. So the blimp is coming for sure. Hopefully it's not till next season for Bills Mafia. But Shanna, I know you are new here, so I'm going to tread on this very, very lightly. But Shanna says Taylor Swift is the only reason why the Chiefs are so heavily talked about, and she ends up on camera more than the game. All right, Shanna. Is it Shanna or Shannon? I'm pretty sure it's Shanna because I know it's Shanna from high school. But the Kansas City Chiefs are heavily talked about because they are the reigning Super Bowl champions. They have won 2 Super Bowls in 3 seasons. That is why the Kansas City Chiefs are talked about. That's why Chiefs Kingdom is the greatest fan base in America, Shanna. Taylor Swift is just an afterthought. It just happens to be that Taylor Swift is dating the greatest tight end of all time. It just happens to be that Taylor Swift and, using her little credit card to scrape off the ice at the at the stadium. It just happened to be there. Yes, the first week that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce was an item, the CBS or whoever it was did definitely beat that dead horse over and over and over again. But they always scan the crowd. Look at the Detroit Lions game. Eminem was on TV more than Jared Goff was. Right?